So we're here today to accept a donation, generous donation. I want to kind of give you a backstory on Jason. This is on his website, so you can read it also. In October 2009, Jason founded Friends to the Forlorn Pitbull Rescue. He pours his heart and soul into every animal he rescues. He believes there is a home for every animal and that we just need to work really hard to find it. Jason believes that education and spay neuter is the answer. About a month ago, I did a video, and part of it was we're struggling. Shelters across the country now are struggling. So I reached out to Jason. He said, let me talk to the board. He said, I can't do a lot because I'm trying to build my building. Absolutely, just give me some of your knowledge. So he calls me on the way home a couple nights later, and he said, I got good news and bad news. And I said, well, what's the bad news first? He said, I can't help you. Got with my board. He said, we've got to concentrate on our building. I said, I completely understand. I appreciate it. He said, well, the good news is I've got a check for you. So he told me the amount, and that's when I had to pull over on the side of the road. So I would like to introduce you to my friend, Jason Flatt.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope everybody's doing okay today. Eileen told you the story. We're a struggling nonprofit. Rising costs, increase in animals in need, as we just told, everybody up here was talking about scheduling for growth. Our community's booming again. Everybody's building, and we all consider infrastructure. And unfortunately, when we consider infrastructure, animals are usually forgotten. Along with those homes and those communities, already overburdened animal control facilities and rescues in the area. There's going to be a huge demand on us. For us, it's a perfect storm. We've got rising costs, the labor problems. I can't hire people. All the problems that everybody else has. It's going to increase now for the animals. I've never seen it so bad. In 15 years that we're doing this, this is the worst that I've ever seen it. So when Eileen called me, we've been responsible for a lot of the spay neuter programs within this county. Over the last 8 years, we've fixed over 8,000 animals free of charge for Paulding County and surrounding areas. Sometimes people sneak in, which is okay too. But our costs have gone through the roof. And as Eileen mentioned to you guys, we're trying to build a facility. Back in 2019, when I first envisioned this and bought property to do so, my first building was estimated about $3.2 to $3.5 million. The same building now is over $6 million. Sign of the times. But I kind of put a hold on our spay neuter efforts because I wanted to concentrate on the building, and with the economy being a little unstable right now. We're seeing decreases in donations, we're seeing decreases in adoptions, and we're seeing increases in the need for us. So I'm kind of torn as to what to do, but I felt that spay neuter is actually one of the only things that is gonna keep our animal population down, and offering it low cost or free of charge to members of the community, I think is gonna help put a dent in it. So my board it was basically one text message to my board, and I said, look, we've got to do something. Nobody's doing anything. So we have to step up. So with that, Friends to the Forlorn Pitbull Rescue is gonna start our spay neuter program up again, and we're gonna dedicate $100,000 this year. That's a hard-earned $100,000 though. What I'm going to say to you guys is, if I'm a struggling nonprofit that relies on donations, and we have our costs are through the roof, and unfortunately, you go to a restaurant and the price of chicken goes up, menu prices increase. I don't have that option. I'm competing with the pounds that I rescue from. They're giving away dogs for free, and I charge an adoption fee. Our adoption fee is $300. My average cost back in 2017 was $1,400 on a dog per dog that we save. I have a dog that we took in last month was $7,000 on one dog. So I don't make money on adoption, so we don't have that option to pass along costs, but our costs are rising, food, medicine, vet care. But it's really important. I think that the community underestimates the amount of burden that the animals in the community put on the county and their services, and they don't have enough people and they don't have enough space, and the amount of calls that are gonna go out and the amount of bites that are gonna increase, and stray dogs and loose dogs. So we're hoping this $100,000 will spark some interest, and maybe there's some people that are listening that will join our cause, and there's some people in the community that are able to help. If we can do it, there's somebody else out there that can also assist to help us. So we are a tax-deductible organization. Dedicate that money to the Spay Neuter Fund. That's gonna fix, averaged out between dogs and cats, that's gonna fix 883 animals. Maybe we can do 16 or 1,700. So if there's somebody out there, if there's a group of people out there that would like to match us, I'll welcome it. And hopefully we'll get something done with this money. Thank you.
Jason, what percentage of your dogs are pits?
96, 97. But if you take a look at the percentage of dogs in pounds, you're looking at about 90% of them being pit and pit bull mixes. So the other problem is 90% of the rescues out there won't take a pit bull. So, yeah.
Well, we certainly do appreciate you and all you're doing. I don't even have words to describe.
Thank you.
Most of us have dogs, animals. I know my assistant Angela has a pit bull.
Well, I have more for you guys. I have plenty. But we're also, like Eileen mentioned, we're trying to build a facility. We've got 46 acres that have been zoned thanks to you guys out in Rockmart. We're working with our architect and trying to save and trying to get things done, and we're having to do things slowly. I don't need to grow. I'm busy enough. I'm growing to meet the needs of the community. It's more of a workload for us. But as soon as we get that facility built, it's less of a burden on animal control. And every pound across Atlanta is in crisis. In crisis. I'm getting upwards of 1,300 emails a day asking for assistance. And as these costs rise, the vet care has gone through the roof. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention, but every vet in the area has been bought out by a corporation. And costs have skyrocketed. So what happens? Who's the first to suffer? The dogs and the cats in the community. People are turning them out left and right. Beautiful animals. I'm getting called to trap animals all the time because pounds can't take them. So people are just letting them go.
Can you tell the public how to get on this program?
Yes, we're working with West Georgia Spay Neuter Clinic out in Villa Rica. We've dealt with them before. We fixed 1,200 animals a year with them. Never a problem, never an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to have them set it up. We're going to make it available. We'll start to promote it through the county website. Animals will get fixed. They'll get vaccines. They'll get their rabies shots. They will get pain medicine. They'll get sedatives and stuff to keep them relaxed, and they'll also get e-collars. I could fix a few more animals if I kill the pain medicine and the sedatives and the e-collar and just do the spay neuter and leave it up to the people to do that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give them an option not to give the animals what they need. It's very important. A lot of these people can't get into a vet's office. You can walk into a vet's office today just to get a rabies shot. You're walking out of there with $100. A lot of people can't afford that. So just providing the shots alone will allow people to keep their animals in stock. They don't have to give them up. So they will call, set up appointments at West Georgia Spay Neuter. They'll have to leave a $20 deposit to make the appointment, so this way they have to show up. Because unfair when people, when you make it completely free, what happens is people make appointments and they don't show up, and then we have a staff sitting there and wasting time, and when other animals could have been fixed. So it'll cost them about $20, and they'll get their shots, and they'll get fixed and get all the pain meds that they need and their e-collars so that they don't reopen any wounds or anything.
Jason, do you have any of your board here today?
I have a few of them, yeah, 2 members.
Would you introduce them so we could all recognize them, appreciate them?
We have our COO, Stacy Greenwald, we got Jules Vandos, and we got Susie Lane.